Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain. I'm returning to Crest right now. As you can see, I've not expanded that much, and that's mostly because I found out that the last patch before the city-states add-on, which they've now put into the game, disabled saving. Apparently there was a problem with it, which was really messing up some of the coding, so they've just turned it off until they can figure it out. That's fair. Most games I find in this last about 30 minutes-ish, after talking to some other people. For some people, they can sometimes get 2 hours before their little civilization self-destructs. And it is still in that stage of people still trying to discover what's the ideal way of ordering these guys to do things. Now, looking at my own commandments, I did order them to get metal and food from the savannah. Unfortunately, decided to convert one of the get metal one into more get food, so you can see they're kind of just farming away. I've told the overfed people not to eat and the hungry people to eat. And that's it so far. There's been a few people making more followers for me. That causes more of these little huts to appear. I'm not entirely certain what metal was used for. Again, it's getting quite old. Okay, produce baby. That's what I need you to do. Wait, are they in jungle or savannah? Oh, they kind of overlap. But yes, I am liking this game, but I'm finding the odd bug here and there. Like, you can probably see in the video that you can see the background of my Steam overlay. And I don't know why it's doing that. Last time it did that, it froze the game, which was a bit of a pain. Again, it is very early access, so this is to be expected. I imagine when this game goes, into version 1 eventually, they'll have far more little commandments you can give. The world will be bigger, because I've restarted like 3 times now. Every time I've been on the same island. Sometimes located on different parts of it. So considering this is supposed to be the multiple city-states expansion, I'm not exactly certain how I'm supposed to interact with any other tribes. Again, I'll look into this more. Maybe I'm doing something wrong on startup. It is quite interesting to watch, but again, it's a very hands-off game. I could probably read a book while playing this, if I just left it at normal speed. So let's put it up to maximum speed, see what happens. And I'm still learning most of the visual cues. Oh, there's a chap who just died of old age. Yeah, the lifespan of your followers is not very long. And I think your followers, well, I think you've only got a set amount of followers, but they change model depending on what job they're doing at the time. So let's see what they do. It'd be nice if they occasionally came up with their own commandments. I mean, I guess that's what's supposed to happen when you tell them to do things, and they'll take their own spin on it. But Chief, how about this? Young followers consume old people. Yay, cannibalism. Let's get some followers. I want to see the cannibalism. I've never had it happen in mine so far. Are they attacking one another? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. So it's a very calming game, but it does take a while to get into. I'll be I'll be really happy to see you know, more of this when it develops. So what have I got? Oops, sorry. Okay, what they crave? They crave resources. A bit of offspring. Well, I'm trying to give you most of these things. Oh, we got happy people now. Good for them. Everyone's happy I've killed the old people. Ugh. Oh, flipping hell, the zoom in and out's being a bit funny today. I mean, I had no problems in the first time I played, but yeah, maybe I have to mess around with it a bit more. It's strange that it just comes up above and it... Oh, that is peculiar. But, okay, I'll click off of that and I'll zoom out again. We got dead people there. This follower died being consumed by another follower. Fair enough. I mean, how do you know how many followers you have? That's what I'm having a little trouble with as well. You just got to kind of judge from who's walking around, but then you have the issue of, you know, people going to their houses. So again, there's not much player feedback at the moment. It feels you just set things going, and it's almost like one of those life simulator games. Again, I really recommend it. I think it's got great potential, but at the same time, in its current state, it's got a long way to go. Still beats Godus by miles in terms of entertainment value. Oh, sorry, I'm still a little bitter about that particular Kickstarter. But yes, it would be nice when they put religion in, that you do get the ability to do miracles, but it's a very rare thing. Not quite populous or black and white style of throwing fireballs here and there. Just subtle things, because I think that'd fit well with the theme. Also, when the AI gets a little better, it'd be quite interesting to see if you get the equivalent of a holy book. I mean, you have commandments, which fade over time, but if you had like a priest character or such later, and or the certain commandments you keep doing, because at the moment it just feels like a bit of almost like an RTS command, but without being able to directly click on you harvest that. Rather than true commandments, where commandments would be things like don't steal, don't I told you to eat people! Not eat... Yeah, well, sorry, not eat people. I told you to, like, farm things, which you're obviously not doing to any... Yeah, I can tell them to go gather food, but will they do it? Does it have an effect? I mean, they're obviously going and gathering, but my food bar is not going up. It just does not seem to be going up. Oh, I don't have a clue what this face means. It's not the unhappy face. It looks like a sort of angry face. But yeah, this is another problem. I just can't seem to gather food quickly enough. They could be farming all day, but you know, they just won't seem to gather enough food to sustain themselves. I'm assuming that's like crops or something. Sorry to ramble on a little bit, but again, this... Oops, let's pause a second. Let me guess, what did you die of? Starvation, again! Now, me telling hungry followers consume food should not be a thing I need to do. It should be something the AI will do anyway. But it should be able to prioritize it. Wait, what are you thinking? Kill young followers? Maybe? Let me guess you died of starvation as well. Yep. And this is the issue. It feels like I've told people to do things. For some reason we have no food. People should be collecting food. It's like, Savannah, collect food. Jungle, collect food. And sometimes when I tell them to collect food, they'll go after the antelope. Not very often, but sometimes they will. And I spent a lot of my early game this time with my guys running around chasing antelopes, not really doing anything else. So it was a bit of a hit and miss whether the AI will even listen to you or interpret your commands correctly. Now this may seem like I'm just kind of going into the negatives of the game, and maybe it is, but I'm just saying this is what your experience will be at the start. I still think this game's got a lot of opportunities and a lot of potential, and it is kind of fun to play. Just a bit in the Dwarf Fortress sense of, oh god, what's the disaster that's going to happen to my tribe now? And you can see, I think the jungle's slowly turning into wasteland. Not that I actually know how to restore the land or anything, because as an ecosystem, yeah, all dead. Because they won't eat. Oh, I can't click on that to see how my last follower died. Well, I'm going to leave it here. This is pretty much the game in a nutshell at the moment. There is a bit of potential here. I'd recommend picking it up on a sale. Or well, it's not even that expensive. It's about £7. Oh, sorry, £6 or £5.99 really, if you want the normal version of it, and it's £7.99 with the art and soundtrack. Though you can just buy the art and soundtrack separately. For example, I got given a free Steam key of this, but I decided to support the game by purchasing the soundtrack. So I quite like the soundtrack. It's kind of calm and such, and it'd be nice to run in the background when I'm trying to mellow out a bit. But yeah, if you see it on sale, I'd recommend picking it up if you're into God games. And even so, it's cheap enough anyway. Alright, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll get a few more videos of this once there's a few more updates in the future. And I'll see you next video.